everybody. All right. I'm just sticking with good morning. I decided it's easier for everyone. All right. What are we looking at today? It looks like a sea of blue. Sea of blue and CPI this evening. Oh, yeah, it's probably a good idea. Save me doing it twice. We'll fire it up now if you like. Morning, everybody. All right. Getting ready for another session. So, what are we seeing? Well, news. There is news out this evening. It's called CPI. It's been moving markets. Not for a few hours yet, so we don't have to worry about it. Had a look through the bond prices and not a huge amount of opportunity for us there to trade the news, so we won't do too much on that front. A little bit coming out in Europe in a couple of hours, but pretty uneventful, truth be told. Not a whole heap of information that we need to be overly concerned with. Big sea of blue, so we've had a big bullish day on equities thus far. So if that maintains its trajectory, you'd have to assume a bit of weakness in the US dollar. However, if you look at the US dollar, we've got a big gap on the dollar index at 102.357. Good chance that that will come and get filled at some point. So just be mindful of that, because whilst it looks risk on, you might get a bit of choppiness. We also know that sometimes these sessions can be a little bit light on before big economic news. So we'll see. For those viewing, jumping in, we are doing a giveaway today, so we'll get that cracking when the market's a little bit quieter, and we'll take it from there.
Sounds good. Kaiser's joined
Awesome.
us.
Morning, Kaiser. How are you, buddy?
Good.
Oh,
Yes,
mic's no
your
good.
speaker's very weird today. Yeah.
My what's very weird?
That was a bit better. You're speaking.
Oh, nothing.
Mic.
That's better.
That seems better. Your mic was a bit weird at the start.
Did you get any sleep last night, or did the insomnia keep raging?
Slept at 5:30.
Dude, that's not good. And Casanova's in the house. How are you, Casanova?
I'm alright, how about you?
Very well, thanks, mate. What's been going on in your world?
I finished at physio yesterday. Superboy is doing pretty well.
I didn't see Superbot.
It's doing really well, actually. I think. Let me just have a look. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, hang on. I'm in it now. Yeah.
Do you have your own account that's running it, or are you just looking at my
Just look
FX
at yours. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you know the period where it was losing money?
Yep.
The period where it was losing money, I added more pairs, and I added like rangy pairs. I added like 80 CAD, a bunch of other ones. But then back on like the point where it turned around and it went from like negative minus 13% profit to where it is now, I returned it back to what it was originally trading on, the pairs. It seems like adding and minusing pairs has a drastic impact on what it does, like how many trades it takes and stuff. Even if you add a lot of pairs, that doesn't necessarily mean it'll take more trades. In fact, it does the opposite. If you add more pairs, it takes less trades. Before, I think I ran it on like 15, but now it's running on like 6. Back to the original config that I started with.
Okay. How long have you had it off the original config?
So you see when it went from like, it was sort of hovering around negative -2 to about positive 2.41. And then it went from like 1.45 to negative 10%.
Yep.
That loss was from that, like when I added the like more of the pairs.
Oh, got pretty much smoked all the way. And then when did you
Yeah.
change back to the original config?
Like literally, you see the bomb there, December 22. That was when I changed back to the original config, but I switched it off for the remainder of December. And then on January 3rd, I just continued running it from the original config that I had at the beginning, which was 6 days. Sorry, 6 pairs. I'm running it also on a FTMO alongside it, and the FTMO is doing pretty good. I think the FTMO is up 3.35% in 8 trading days, so it's doing pretty well.
Oh, that is good. Have you got a kill switch on it in case it has a bad day?
I don't actually. I don't. I just have the max drawdown on the.
That one I gave you, Cam.
Yeah. What have you
We've
got?
got a kill switch that we already use, but I just leave it to sort of. It's just a stress test, really. I'm just leaving it to trade whatever it's
Is there a kill
with
switch
its
in the bot?
gameplay. I think there is, but I think that's just the SL. I mean, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't go over the max drawdown that's set in the bot, at least multiplied by the amount of pairs that you have.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to send you a backup one that Peppy sent me? You just stick it
I think
on a
that's
different part that doesn't trade.
yeah. It's just it's one of those drawdown bots, isn't it? Just max drawdown, really, and then it just cuts off, right?
Yeah, well, it's
It's got
really good actually.
heaps of
I'll send
options,
it
Yeah.
to you now.
Yeah,
But I would just stick it on a chart, man. Just because if you're trading a real FTM, you
yeah,
don't want to get bitch slapped if you can avoid it. And you don't know
no,
what's going to happen.
absolutely,
We got CPI coming out tonight. You don't know what's going to happen. And this will.
yeah. You're right.
God. So hang on, I'll send it to you now. Well, that's good news.
We haven't been running it with a kill switch. We're just sort of seeing how it's behaving, without interrupting it, really, seeing if it surpasses it.
Why can't I send this? Oh, yes, I can. I'll just post it on the shareholder group.
Yes, mate.
But yeah, if you've got a real account, 100%, better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, what are we seeing? Well, in that case, it's damn fine robot.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's not bad.
I didn't
It's really
realise
good.
you changed all the settings, like all the
Yeah,
pairs.
I mean, yeah, not so much setting the pairs, definitely. Yeah, I added more pairs. You can look at the pairs themselves in I think the summary. But yeah, like I added GJ, DCHF, I added EG, I can't remember something else. But yeah, those were the three that I added more than that actually, but I didn't take trades on any other pairs. But yeah, they didn't seem to have much of a positive effect on the overall performance. And then I ran a separate FTM alongside with every single pair running, and that took less trades.
Are they real FTMOs that you're talking about?
No, these are trial accounts. They take the exact same trades.
Oh, gotcha. That, I don't know. All right, I thought you were just doing a 200 grand trial account with no.
Oh, no. I'm
That's
not rich enough for that.
Oh, dude, how big a balls have you got? What are you doing?
I ain't rich as that, unfortunately. But yeah,
that makes more sense. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I just run it on trials because they're free, and they perform the exact same as they do on the challenges.
Cool.
Doing pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, very well. So if you omit those trades, how did it perform over that big drawdown period?
So you wouldn't have got to. Definitely wouldn't have got to -13 or -22 altogether. But it probably would be up like 15% by now if I hadn't fucked with the pairs.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but that's obviously increasing the risk. I mean, because it's a grand account, so it's not exactly. It's not on 1.5%, because if you're on 1.5% risk, as you usually do on 100 grand, then I mean, you can only go as small as 0.01. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So I had to increase it to 5% in order to get it to minimum 0.02 in terms of lot size.
Does it still do that weird thing on Fridays? Actually, I saw a trade on a Friday. What was the story with that?
Yeah, I mean, when you go onto the MetaTrader 4, the terminal itself, on a Friday, it will say in the corner, the top right corner, on the pairs that it's not trading on, it'll say Friday's pause. But then sometimes, for some reason, it will just continue to take trades. And then once it gets out of those trades, it seems to behave really weirdly. It just sort of goes back to Friday's pause and then it'll stop taking trades. It seems like it has its own criteria for Fridays. I'm not sure why. It's just a really strange thing I'm not entirely sure about it.
And is everybody in the group that's on it loving it?
I'm not in that group. I only got
No,
it from
that's right.
from one of the guys who was in there. I'm not entirely sure, but I did hear that people within the group said that they had similar experiences in terms of profits and stuff. Like they don't really get much different results, which aligns with the fact that IC markets. So it's obviously running on a real account on IC markets, right? But it's also running along multiple FTMOs alongside it. And on the multiple FTMOs that it's ran, it's been exactly the same trades. There's not been much deviance from the IC markets that the FTMO faces.
Well, I think it's worthy of further investigation then.
Yeah, I suppose the investigation comes near it. Go on.
Has everybody in our group got it?
No.
Like got access to it? Like PT
No,
and
it's
all of that?
only you. It's only you. And then
Well,
Kaiser.
send it to the bigger group so they can start fucking with it. More eyes. It's up to you.
Yeah, see what we can do.
Awesome. All right.
What did you discover about it exactly?
I lost interest after I saw it got bitch slapped, I'll be honest with you.
I imagine so, yeah. I imagine
I
so.
saw it. No, what's this? I said, that's retarded. Excuse me. I was
Yeah,
not
it was my fault.
say that. But now I know that, I'm interested again. I've got too many projects, to be honest with you. This weekend I'm going to be working bloody 17 hours a day just to get basic shit that I need to do.
Oh yeah.
But so I'll put that on the next to-do list of jobs.
Yeah, I did fuck with it. That was my fault, really. But I mean, you can see like December 22. That was that was when I changed it back to the original config, and it just started making profit again.
Oh, well, that makes a very big difference.
Yeah.
In that case, it's been a stellar of a performance.
Yeah, I mean, it's been absolutely destroying UJ, hasn't it?
Mm.
I don't know if you can see the history, but it's just been.
No, I haven't
It's
got
just
the
been going
actual
ham.
trade history. You've got that one locked.
Oh yeah, do I? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so if you unlock it, I can do a bit more drill down.
Verification, balance, public, trade history, public, open trades, public, and okay, save. Right, it should be public now. So if you go onto the link that I provided you with, you'll see the past trades. It's just been going ham on the UJ as of late.
Okay, yeah, cool. Now I got it. All right. I shall
Okay.
review it in a lot more detail then.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks good. All right. How are we going with the crew? We got enough people
Nearly
in?
20? No, I got 20 up.
We should probably do a giveaway.
Oh, is it that time? Exciting.
Could be that time. We got to get the likes on the YouTube stream up.
Yep.
Really helps us
Gotta
out.
get them up.
Speaking of which, I should probably get on there myself.
Alright, let's load it up. Let's do it. I think it's time. Let's get those likes up.
All right, we
Everyone
got
jump
3
in.
likes.
Yeah, 3 likes so far. Jump on over. Try and get it to 10 again, and then we'll go.
All right, Constantina. Tonight's your night, I got a feeling.
Back in a minute, guys.
Okay.
Cool. Well, you've made me a bit excited again now about that bot.
Jumped up again. Alrighty.
All right. We haven't missed any setups, have we?
No, not at the moment. I had a quick look. 6 likes, 4 to go. Here we go.
Do I get a DE40 gap? No. I haven't got a gap. Has anybody else got a gap?
Have a look.
Which broker are you on, Eugene?
No, I don't have one.
Red B says he's got it.
Redbeard.
Oh, interesting. I must be
Okay.
this. Got a sea of blue though.
Yeah, no, that's what we were just saying. All right, we're close enough. Let's give her a spin, Peppy.
Alright. Everyone jump over. We are doing it. Again, I'm a bit delayed, so I'll wait. And we will...
Okay. Big thanks again to
Andy.
FundedNext. Sponsoring.
Thank you, FundedNext. Yes.
All right.
Andy, jump your details over to us, and we will get you an account.
Who was that? Who won?
Agande. Agandi? I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I'm really bad at
Agande.
pronouncing, but I'll still just throw it in there and do it
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay, so spirit time. Unlucky,
Yeah,
buddy.
I know. Spirit time.
Rigged against you,
All right.
Spirit Time.
Okay, so thanks, FundedNext. We really appreciate that. I'm sure all the guys will go and check you all out. Agunda, you need to send me your full name, your email, your bank account details. No, I'm just kidding. Send what is it you need? I need to know whether you need an MT4 or an MT5 account. Name, email. I'm pretty sure that's it. So send me all those stuff via DM. I will submit the application and you should get an account within 48 hours. But congratulations. Thanks for supporting the stream. Alrighty. Now, have we got any setups?
Have a look.
We don't. I do have a phone call coming in, which I've got to take, so I'll hand over to you guys to
Do that. We'll have a quick look at setups. Yep.
add it up. Yeah.
It was a little bit rangy.
Yeah, it's not looking good at the moment, is it? Last 15 candles on euro. Sorry, last 10 candles on euro have been range. Pound, the same.
Yeah,
Swiss.
pound is sort of at the higher end of the day.
Yeah, Swissy's making a move.
We could
up.
get
It's
by.
kind of a bit of a move, but it is still rangy there.
Yeah.
A lot of wicks still.
I mean, looking at IG, these may continue up. I mean, at least AUD and Euro and GU.
Completely risky
Yeah.
at the moment, which is good.
Could get by on the pound to break through the Asian session high and the day's high.
Got no news coming up, do we?
Let's have a look. There is some Euro news, some medium impact Euro news, but that's in 2 hours, so we'll be on by then. And the CPI, but that's in New York session, so we'll all be gone by then as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so CPI might ruffle things today, but just be aware of that for anybody who's trading New York. 1:30 UK time. It is the US CPI.
Madeline is committed. He's listening to us on his way to work. Unfortunate about that, but at least he gets to join in.
Yeah.
Glad you get to listen to us on the way to work.
Glad he gets to be here. Part of the action.
Okay, I'm back. Any setups? Anything
we're
at
just
all?
talking those rangy.
Just pound. Pound is a good setup. Yeah, it's quite a range on like Euro, Aussie, Swissy, CAD. Even the
Yeah,
yen, really.
sometimes get that before CPI. Very annoying.
Yeah.
And there's no real direction on the bonds as to whether it's going to be a miss or a beat, which sucks.
We're just saying we are full
We don't-
risk on, so that's a good start. We're not.
Yeah, we've just got that big gap on the US dollar, so just be mindful of that because, I mean, it might wait till CPI, but that's where we can get a bit mucked around, you know what I mean? Because it looks risk on,
Yeah.
but you still got that big friggin' gap to fill.
Yep.
What's happening, Medallion? On the way to work. Nice one, buddy.
Bit of drive time radio for him, listening to us on the way to work.
That's it. We'll do the traffic report for you shortly, buddy. Red Beer, what broker are you on if you're getting a gap in the DAX?
Yeah, Eugene and Redbeard both got gaps.
Yeah.
Black Bull.
All right.
Who was Eugene with? Who's Eugene with?
Red Bull duty, you're in Australia, are you? Still in Blackpool. Yeah, we've had this conversation before.
Yeah, I think we have deja vu.
I can't help it. It's like anyway.
Spirit Time's doing a Matt Damon in rounders and doing a huge move. Gonna take all his full margin and go deep side after the CPI.
Do you have a game? Jigs, don't go with Blackpool, buddy. It's a terrible broker. If you want to go to a broker, go to Go Markets, use our data feed. You'll trade like a champion. Trust me. You don't want to be paying retail crap when you can really get good pricing. What's your game plan for CPI Spirit Time? Got a spare account I want to press. But do you have a directional bias or are you just going to have a crack? Because, actually, no, it's too far away.
Just gonna fix.
No, generally, if I'm trading news, right, I look at the bond data, and if the bonds, well, let's say the forecast is coming in at, I don't know, 3%, and the bond price says, no, it's going to come in at 2%. Well, what happens is if it comes in at 2%, you get a huge pull down and then it reverts back up to the mean. It's where the bond market says it should be at 2% and it comes out at 3.1 that it just runs away and never comes back. So if ever you use trading, at least that's what I look for. You can make huge profits. That's when you really get your runners. It's because the bond boys have mispriced their positions and they'll just steamroll everything. But there's no real edge in it, so it's hard for me to say what it's likely to do. Yep. Red Bull, I thought you said I need to put some money in your account. Maybe that'll be our next giveaway. We'll just do cashies. All right, so we're seeing a range on the euro. Swissy's pushing up. Aussie's coming off. Copper's doing bugger all. Oil's doing bugger all. Everything's doing bugger all.
Bugger all, yeah.
It's good. Could be a boring session, guys.
US 30 look alike. Let's go check that out.
Yep. US 30s still should come back to its fix, but we've got to wait for a bit of weakness in the broader market. And it's about 65 pips away. Wait for the stats. Yep. Patient with it. Only after 10 minutes after stats, I'll jump in, break in as quick as possible, and let her run. Fair enough. Wish you the very best of luck. What time is it out? My time. Oh, too late for me. Taking any trade check, Kaiser?
Managing my risk on the GU. Maybe?
Yeah, I heard you.
Sorry. Yep. No, I was just curious to see if you're in.
Managing his risk.
So what's the go? Has anyone heard from Mahendra? Is he just can't make it now? Has he got to change in hours or something?
I think so. I'm not sure. It text me. Should reply to that.
He's changed his last name to Adani. That's effort.
Fair enough. Excuse me. UJ may be setting up. It's a bit ordinary. Unlucky spirit time. Spirit Time missed his goal entry. Looking pretty risk on. Stocks are pumping. What have you been doing, Peppy? Is everything on the other thing still going well for you?
Yeah, pretty much at the moment. Just putting all the code together.
But how's the live action going?
Yeah, it's doing alright. Had a shitty run last night. Still managed to recover break even. So went 42 deep. So it's probably one of the longest runs I've had. But yeah, recovered break even. So I was pretty happy with that.
What sort of starting balance are you using?
The lowest, like literally $2.
But what's the aggregate account size?
7.
Is it $2,000 or
700, yeah. So that's
okay?
why starting the little one. Just using realistic
Grow
cash
pretty
for,
quick.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice one. Wow, it's a boring session so far,
I
guys.
reckon there's not much.
Yeah.
We picked a great night to stream.
Although Aussie has just set up now, so Aussie's actually a nice entry, technical entry right now.
It is.
It's always the card technically, isn't it?
CAD just went pin
At
bar
least for
on
me.
mine, so that one I think it was as you said it, and then it's gone and closed as a pin bar.
No, as in there's a buy setup on it. You see it?
No, so
At least it is on Go
yeah,
Markets.
Yeah. If you use the previous candle, you could consider it one.
Oh, if we break the high of that, yeah, definitely. But then you got the decision. Yeah, well, your buy's now at CAD. I'm looking at the AU for a sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That direction in the CAD is exactly what I want, and that would be very nice to take that sell on AU.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It aligns with the AU sell, doesn't it? That you guys are talking about.
Although you are in a heavy risk on session.
Yeah.
Pull your 500
Although copper's
out.
coming off, that's what you want.
Well, that was it. Let's see if we can get 5 out of that.
Good call on the CAD. Casanova.
Yeah, still alright. There's the entry on the Aussie.
Yeah, so I said I grabbed it. Yep.
Nice.
But like I said, risk on session, I am just going to take that at a very conservative 5. And actually, if it doesn't do what it wants to do in the next couple of candles, I'll be out of that pretty quickly. I'm not going to be sticking around in that one, praying for a runner.
I reckon it will get to the buck below fairly easily.
That's what I think too. So I'll take the 5 out of it and see how we go. Good pushes down now with euro and pound too, so everything's
Yeah, and CAD is flying up.
just to add a bit more pressure. I'm doing it live on stream too, so there you go. Live account, live on stream. Let's do it.
Nice.
Don't be shy.
I think we've all overcome that nervousness now.
Yeah, I think so. It's
Yeah.
pretty much second nature now.
Everybody's seen our best performers and our dead set shockers. Shit sessions, great sessions.
Yeah,
Yep.
It
nothing
is what it is.
Yeah, that's it. It's the market. Does what it does.
It's looking like a CPI day. You're getting rangy.
Exactly.
All right. Looks like the euro wants to close on the previous book. Yeah. Red beer's out watering the garden. Nice one. And markets doing bugger all.
That's not what I wanted to say on the CAD. Very big week.
Come on. You only need one good 5-minute candle here, Peppy.
Let's do it. Come on. You can do it.
Copper's coming off again.
CAD after that.
Swissy looks like
started
it's
to
winning
push
the
again.
euro battle.
Yeah, Swissy's
Yeah.
pulling right up. CAD's going to start driving in a second too.
Be good to see this pound break as well. Some weakness in the US or some strength in the US.
If the euro would follow the Swissy, the euro would have broken those lows there now already.
Well, the Swissy's on its Tokyo fixed. Bit of euros about 6 pips off it. Man, it just looks like a range from hell.
So bad.
So anybody watching, just be mindful that until CPI, you might see an awful lot of this. False signals, get you in, get you out. Can chew up your account. Maybe London Open will bring us a bit more activity. You never know.
Mm.
Never know. Alright, small loss on that. Not gonna play around with that.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a range.
Yep. So only A class setups. Although that was a pretty good setup, I got to say. Just
Setup
didn't
was
Yeah.
alright, it just didn't play out, yeah. Because we already
just
had
get
we had
stuck.
those three really nice downs, and then we had that one pullback, and then we broke that body. Like it was pretty good setup. It's just
Mm.
bad
Yeah, no,
timing.
that's yeah. Pound's been very strong the last couple of days, I've got to say.
Minutes to open still. Hey F, you got Cortana still? You got your Cortana account?
No, I don't actually. I don't.
I've been noticing
But
something.
I did get paid out.
Yeah, right.
What?
I've just been noticing. So I got a copier running from a better feed of Go Markets, right? And
Yeah.
when I run the copier, it looks like I get literally zero leverage. So like any trades that go on from the copier, zero leverage. If I pull my own trades directly through the platform, I get like 100 to 1 leverage. It's crazy. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
What do you mean by leverage? How's that? What do you mean?
My margin level,
Yeah.
basically. So yeah, you got your leverage. So your margin level. So when I have a trade on with like Euro or US, my margin level left is only like 300%. But then I can put on a 0.2 trade at the market, and I've got 2,500% margin left. So the leverage on the account seems to change whether you do direct trade or a copied trade. It's really weird.
I don't know. I've never noticed that personally. I mean,
Yeah.
but then again, I didn't use a copy on it, so I wouldn't know.
So does the copier give you more leverage or less
Nah,
leverage?
less. It's like it runs
Less
at zero.
apparently.
Yeah, it's like zero leverage. It's just like you get the account balance. That's it. No leverage at all.
That would mean that you can't really take any trades. I mean, well, you can, but like very small ones.
Small one. Yeah, that's right. Because I was running it at 0.5 lot size originally, and it's like trade too big, not enough cash, not enough cash. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, it's a 10,000 account, so 0.5 wasn't that bad. And then I put it down to 0.2, and I had a look, and it's just like trading with zero leverage, which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I mean, I know that there are some prop firms which don't allow copiers or well don't allow any EAs, but I mean,
You've
I
got
don't
a
know.
thing for that. You've got a thing for that, don't you? I was looking for that on the weekend.
Yeah, we've got a copier that bypasses that. Like, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's a good copier as well. It's got like I think the free version the one that I posted that allows for 10 slaves and one master, like at max. But it has like a setting that you can change, which changes the signature of a trade, so that even if the people who are analyzing the trade terminal, the MT4 terminal that you're running on, they won't be able to see that you're running a copier. They'll just see that, well, they'll look at it and they'll go, oh, well, this trade was clearly taken by, well, manually on the MT4 terminal by the user. So
Is that still on the thing? On the chat?
Yeah.
yeah, it's still on the chat. If you just type in, actually, I'll just send it to you. Just give me a second.
I couldn't get it to
Thank
work.
you.
I did try it. I couldn't get it to work. So it'd be interesting to see if you can. Just
I'll send
Well,
the website.
yeah.
I'll send the
No, I'm just
website.
using at the
Maybe
moment.
that.
I'm just using FX Blue.
but do you use it for the master slaves and all that sort of stuff?
I don't use it because I don't really have a use for it right now. I mean, there's no FX Blue does the job. You know what I mean? But like, if you came across a prop firm that doesn't allow EAs, then in that case you would use it. I initially found it because I was looking for a solution for Kaiser because he found some kind of prop firm which wasn't allowing him to use an EA. So I kind of came up with that as a solution, but he got it sorted out somehow. I don't know.
Kaiser, how did you sort it out? You dodgy man.
I think he just emailed them.
No, just email them.
Yeah.
They because they disable the use of EAs on the back end. So you just gotta let them know that you're running a copier or a trade management EA, then they'll just enable it.
Oh, okay. Well, I do like that thing. I'm cooking up a scheme. I do like the no signature thing.
Mm.
So if
Make it
I'll
work.
play around with that.
Yeah. Like I said, I couldn't get it to work. So it'd be interesting to have a look. It just wouldn't connect the master for some reason. But
Let me just find the link for you, mate. Just give me a second.
I wasn't that committed to using that copier when I could just go and download FX Blue, so I didn't really spend the time to commit to
Yeah,
it.
that's why I haven't used it either. I mean, I've tried to. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Antonio.net. Yeah, I just sent it in the prop sense group chat. Oh, sorry, the prop sense stakeholders chat. You can also send the link. It's a public product, so anyone can find it. Just give me a second. I think you'll only help
Yeah.
people who want to. Antonio.net.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
No worries, mate.
if it's not, yeah, if it's public, just dump it in this chat, and then anyone in here gets
Yeah.
the privilege of being on the live and getting bonuses.
Yeah, because I see George just asked me to post
Yeah,
in
George
there,
said
so I will.
post
Just
it,
give
so
me.
stick it in the chat for the stage.
Here you go, mate. Mr. George.
Don't say we don't look after our
No worries.
members.
Yeah.
Well, this is seriously one of the most boring hours of trading I think I've seen in a long time.
This takes me back to those, what was it, 4 or 6 weeks we had when we were literally all just sitting here twiddling our thumbs. It's one of those sessions.
Mm.
Euro's going to try and
So yeah, one of the
set up
features.
forex for a sell.
Aussie has not moved from the entry, has it?
That's why I'm
I
glad
just
I got out.
realized.
That was an awesome get out. Like, pretty much red
Yeah.
line going straight into its range. So I was like, yep, I'm out of that. Thank you.
Yeah, if you go on the link that I just sent, you'll see that it says show trades as placed manually, and that's one of the features in the free version that it allows. It has a general guide and everything there as well, PDF. It's got everything you need, really, in the free version. And it can allow 10 slaves to a master.
So if that's the case, we could theoretically do like some bots
We're live.
Mm.
because because who cares? FundedNext, they don't pay that much attention to us. But my point is, with any of the bots that we build, if everybody uses them, they ban them. But if
Yeah.
they can show us trade manually, then I'd be like, oh, well, have a crack, guys. You know
Yeah,
what I
it'd be
mean?
like, yeah,
I'd be
because you
less
could just tell
stressed
them.
about it.
Yeah,
I'd
you can
say,
just tell them, look at it manually, like just see if
yeah,
how much.
because some of the prop firms will actually have a meeting with you after you pass, just to make sure you're not like using dodgy Dan's copier service. But if it's all showing as manual, and everybody who's in the group knows that, hey, you got to make sure you're doing this, or you'll blow it for everybody. Well, then we could do some cool shit.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about over the weekend. So, anybody on this group or watching the YouTube video, keep it between us.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to grab a quick drink of water. I'll be back in a flash.
I don't think you're gonna miss
Nice.
much. Although Aussie tried to move just then, Spirit Time got really excited and then it just sucked itself back up into the range.
So Silence Easy is asked question. Short question. If it was already answered, I'm sorry. What happens if you have a personal account and use a bot there and then a copy for the challenge? Can they figure that out then? Probably not. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. Do you mean you use the bot from the personal account and the receiver is your challenge? I think
Need some more
we've answered that, haven't we?
clarification. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, I mean, they won't. Most prop firms don't really give a damn. If you're using a personal account, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you're on a prop firm, and the link that I sent is particularly for prop firms that don't allow EAs at all, or they have some weird rules around EAs. For example, they don't allow commercial EAs, etc., or they just don't allow EAs. Period. You can use that bot to essentially bypass that because it will, when it takes a trade, you'll actually change the signature of the trade from an automatic trade, so a trade that's taken by an EA, or a trade that's taken by something that isn't you, like a copy bot or something, and it will change it to something that, well, the signature will be changed to manual. So it'll look like, to anybody who's on the back end, it will look like it's been taken by a manual trader. It'll look like you're taking the trade from the terminal itself. Without an EA, without a magic number, nothing. It will just look like, you're just taking a trade from the terminal itself. But if you're using, I mean, if the EA itself, sorry, the prop firm don't, I mean, if they allow EAs, then you're fine. You don't really need to use that particular copy trader. You can just get away with the FX Blue standard free copier that we all use anyway, which is just a local copier. You know what I mean? Or social trader tools or any other, mainstream service around copying. No, they can't really. I mean, if it's your own bot, I mean, well, you just have to ask yourself, how likely is it that my bot has already been coded, or the trades that it takes are not unique? And then, I mean, if it's like a moving average crossover system that pretty much everybody else has figured out, and then in that case, you probably wouldn't want to run it, or at least I'd run it on a trial against different settings to see if you get the same trades, etc. But you should be fine. I mean, if you're coding your own bot especially, you should be okay. As per my latest knowledge, I know that the systems that they use, I think the systems that they use for identifying copiers is they look at your trades, they look at your stop losses and take profits and the time that you enter. And if all three are exactly the same against somebody else's within their accounts, and they have like a limit. So like they'll give you like a margin of error or like a margin for their error. See if you're copying, well, your trades will be the same for a certain amount of trades. This amount stays the same throughout any account size, etc. Like throughout any kind of variables, that amount stays the same. It's just a set number of trades that they see that they analyze to see if you've had the same trades against somebody else's. And if you surpass that amount, then you raise the red flag, and then they will, ban you, or they'll have a chat with you. In FTMO's case, I think with Kaiser, they had a chat with him. They just said, "Hey, look, are you copying somebody else's trades?" And they just sort of let him off the hook. I can't remember, but they'll have a chat with you, or they'll just straight up ban you depending on the severity of the copying. I think FTMO allow a limit of like 400k in terms of copying.
But I also think with your own bot, if you got an account and you did want to use it, I think if you submit the source code or something, I think they give you a bit of leniency too.
Yeah, I think if you email them beforehand and just say like, "Hey, look, I've got an EA, I've coded it myself. You can have a look here." That'll probably save you a little bit of time if they do tend to nab onto you for some reason. Don't know. Yeah, we could do that. I mean, I think it'd come under your intellectual property, but I don't know. I mean, EAs are stolen every day.
Yeah,
Me and Peppy would know.
Stolen EAs everywhere.
It's actually how us and Cameron met, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Funnily enough.
I think
I
everyone.
ran the test on that. Ran a test on that. It's crushing it this month. Got bitch slapped
Was it?
last month. Yeah.
Interesting.
Commodities are getting smoked here. Stocks are coming off.
I'm in US 30.
You are.
Yeah.
You going for the fix?
Trying to. It's a bit far away. We'll see how we go.
Worked out the other day pretty well. Off about the same margin.
If you guys are still in AU, man, you guys are holding it longer than I was willing to. It's still in its little pocket there.
That blue as well. Look at
JP and
The
Spotify
AU's
were in AU. I think they still are. I don't know if they're holding still.
that. Yeah.
well, it should come off, you'd think, but it's just the AU's been really funny lately, like during the London session.
It's
It's
so
been pretty
close to
good.
doing it now. Like it. Oh, it's
Everything's going for it.
yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah, you got Open coming up, but
There it
there
goes.
she goes.
There you go. That's got to have done your 5 now. If you got in at the point where I got in, that's about where my 5 pips were right there. They all went quiet. I reckon they're biting their fingernails right now. I reckon it's like literally half a pip off it. Half a pip off their profits. I mean, it says it should get to the book, but
Open might disagree with it.
4 minutes. It's a big decision to make. Don't be a dick for a pip. I'll feel like a real dick if I talk him out of it and he goes and hits 67-1 or something. Oh, there was a Euro setup. It was right on a book. It was a technical setup, but it's going to be a
Oh,
bit
the
of
pound set up too.
Pound's right on a book too. You got to buy. You got to sell straight into that book.
Mm.
This AU is going to make
The
some
cat.
legends in a second. Yeah, CAD's
The
gone.
cat took long enough.
Yeah, CAD's gone.
I'm out of the cat.
It's got to be close to the 6 or 7 pip wins posted on AU in a minute. Got to be close.
Alright, I'm getting out of the EU.
Me too.
That was retardedly long.
So I was the only schmuck that got out of AU. Awesome.
When you got out, I only got in on the a couple of candles back. So,
Oh, okay. You weren't in
like,
as early. Yeah. So
yeah,
I took the early.
yeah.
I took the early sell. Yeah.
Well, you made the right decision there because it did exactly. Just sat there in a range, like it was a flip of a coin at that point.
Open just finished the job right to that book.
Yep.
It's a huge dump. GU.
Yep.
Swissy took a big dump just before open too.
Stocks are doing a pretty nice retrace on open. Hey, your US 30 might be looking pretty good.
Well, it's looking. It's up now. Yeah. It's screaming away at the moment.
Damn. Pound was a nice one. Although you'd need to do it into open, so
Yeah,
smart.
it was a bit tricky, wasn't it, to call that? You had a book there too, so you're going to do it. You're going to sell straight into that book on open. I guess that would have been one that's like sentiment that you're in. If you're up at the time, you kind of take it, but if you're not up sort of X amount of pips for the day, it's kind of really risky.
Yeah, that's right. And also too, like we were sitting in a range for like a solid 60 minutes. They're doing bugger all. Like,
yeah,
what are you going to do? We all took a few pips out of the AU. You're up on your US 30.
Yeah.
Got to be happy with that.
Spirit got 8. There it is. Good job, Spirit time.
Congratulations. Hendrick's
Oh,
going balls
Hendrick's
deep.
going all the way. He's going for the fix.
Okay, big wick on the DAX. Maybe it's a fake out.
There's a big wick. Everything's retracing now too. A's just pulled big wick as well. CAD's just pulled the big wick back down.
Yeah, I mean, there's still risk on. Still a see pretty good, much to see of blue. So just keep an eye on it. Euro busted through its fix. Wonder if the pound will go to its Tokyo fix. That'd be a nice trade.
Thanks, Spirit Time. I appreciate you supporting us too. Sticking around for all this time. Appreciate all you guys that hang around and come day after day. That's why we turn up.
100%. We enjoy everybody's company as well. For anybody new, we're not selling anything. We're just a bunch of dudes that like to trade together. So feel free to join us. Most of the guys, in fact, most of the people on the stream that have been here for ages, like, I don't want to speak for everybody because I don't look at your accounts, but you all seem to be doing pretty bloody well nowadays. So that's really good. That makes me happy.
Hendrik seems to enjoy listening to silence because when the market's boring, it's nothing but silence.
Well, it used to be when we first did the stream, right? We were all sitting there going, "Oh yeah, look, we got to be talking. We can't have dead." Now, no, I just don't think anyone gives a fuck. You all know us well enough. If there's nothing doing. There's nothing doing. It's hard to talk for 2 hours every night. So I used to worry about dead time, but what are you going to do? Something interesting happens, we'll all know about it. Yeah, I'm running out of tips, Hendrik, because this is ultimately all I do every day. Like, it's not that. Like, I just, like, as for anybody that's been here, like, we pretty much do the same sort of thing, the same system, the same structure every day. It gets very boring. So if we build some kick-ass bots, that'll probably be something. Community, which will, but bots are pretty challenging.
Oh,
But we are working on quite a few. Oh, mate.
So hard.
So devastated on the weekend. 2 days down the tubes at about 5 o'clock on Sunday night. But I do want to build just a shitty one. I don't care if it loses money long term. I just want one that'll sit there and crush bloody challenges for people. And yeah, you might only pass 75% of the time. But then I was thinking about it going, well, if you had a bot that passed them pretty quick, 75% of the time, and you blew 2.5, and you get your money back on the ones you pass, who cares? But it's easier said than done.
It is, yeah. Pipe dream.
Not a pipe dream. We'll get there. Very stubborn man. I've got some that do alright, but other times I'll blow it. That's my problem. The other thing I worked out is if you're trying to build them on the US 30 or indices, which I think probably has the best chance of winning, there's so much variance in prop firms when it comes to indices that it adds a whole layer of complexity to it. So one that might work on a broker that uses 8 cap or something like that. Won't work on FTMO and vice versa. UJ's technically on, maybe not, might be a buy setup. Pound might be a short setup.
Pound's going to give us another run at it, yeah.
We are selling into a sea of blue. That's the only thing that we don't love.
Euro has bounced off a buck and the low of Asia simultaneously.
Yeah. Whereas the pound's still got, what, 15 pips to the low of Asia.
Yeah.
About 12 to its Tokyo fix. Copper's getting smoked again. Our competition winner has bailed.
Without
And they haven't sent me their info. Here's a chat. Who do you think is going to win the US election this year?
Epstein.
Who's running?
Epstein. I
Jesus.
don't know. I reckon it'll probably be Trump and Biden. Be an interesting one to watch.
Honestly, I think Trump is a much better president.
Oh, than Biden. Yeah,
Yeah.
Biden's useless.
Trump's good
Sorry.
for markets.
Sorry for the US folks here. As controversial as it sounds.
That's okay. We've got to discuss these things from a market context, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No one gets worried about people's political views. We never really get into it, but it will impact us, what we do, so we've got to discuss it at some point.
That US 30 may have been a fake out.
Oh yeah, they're all pretty risk-on-y. Still got a pretty decent sea of blue all over the shop.
UJ's dumping.
Yep.
Swiss is following. Is this just a
Euro just did.
retrace or are we going
Euro
risk
just
off?
did a 180. I think we're going back risk on.
Yeah.
Yep. Bit of a fake out. Biden's approval rating is 33%. In US history, no president has ever recovered from those numbers. No US president managed to get the votes from dates of people as well. Yeah. But then how's Biden gonna pull another 4 years, like, health-wise?
Yeah, that's right. He's not doing too good.
No.
She needs to go to the island.
It's not
Right.
gonna fix him. That will fix him. That'll finish him.
But then also, too, with all of this criminal stuff that they got Trump under on, that's going to throw out some worms as well. If they can't get him on the ballot, I'm sure they'll be able to get him on the ballot. So that just seems ridiculous.
Manipulation says that Biden needs Monica to help him through the rest of his term. Certainly can't hurt.
Dear. JP might be like weekend at Birdie's. Yeah, George G, I've been hitting the 225 lot last couple of weeks. It's been on fire. Huge moves. Although that can also smash you as well. You gotta be very careful on that particular asset class. Hey Peppy, did you put a bot on as me on the YouTube?
Sorry?
Did you put a bot on as me on the YouTube?
Oh, no. That's just me.
Oh, nice one. I had a look, I thought, what am I talking about here? All right, another 14 minutes, guys. I'm going to wrap it up because it's getting to be a massive snooze fest. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have a bit of normalcy flowing through. Fire off a few more trades.
Silent's going early.
See you, Silent TZ.
See you, mate.
Can't be greedy on CPI days.
No.
Take what you have.
See you, Megs. Have a good one. Well, look, the good news is I think everybody got through it okay. Break even or a bit of a profit. If you can make an indicator that could detect a range, you'd dead set be the richest man in the world. It's the bane of everyone's existence, ranges.
Yep. Had a big red light.
Unless you're Superbot.
Coming into range.
Yeah, Superbot. Yeah, actually, I'm starting to get excited about Superbot now. Now that I know you
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah, it's done really well since going back to the original config. But yeah.
Question, does volume indicator apply to forex? Well, look, there's two schools of thought on it. When you're looking at these charts, you're only getting the broker volume because, so let's say you're trading with Go Markets, you'll see Go Markets volume. Though I have read a lot of studies that say that essentially the tick volume reflects real volume, about 98%. I haven't verified that, but I'm assuming it would. Volume you would definitely use if you had it as a reliable source. But also too, algos are getting pretty quick now, so last time I used volume would have been probably in the late 90s. So things might have changed since then. Like now you get a lot more high frequency spoofing, all that sort of stuff. So definitely for stock markets and those sorts of things, if you're an individual day trader of stocks, it'll be one of my go-to indicators. So I have nothing bad to say about volume, but I'd probably say it's been far too long since I've really applied it in foreign exchange. Yeah, see you, Spirit Time. It is a bit of a barcode action. Give it 8 minutes.
We might say goodbye to our YouTube guests though, and they can join us again tomorrow.
Yes, thank you, YouTube. If you want to learn more, jump onto our Telegram or our Discord, and you can trade with us every day. In fact, that being said, I might wrap it up for this one too. Good luck with CPI, Spirit Time. Have a great night, everybody.
See you, lads.